Scholars, Mrs. Hot here with a special announcement just for you. So, we thought it'd be fun to get together at 7 o'clock on our YouTube channel nightly for special story time. So grab your stuffed animal and your blankie and join us at 7 o'clock for story time with a special guest on our first night, none other than Senator Shelley Moore Capito, followed by our friends from the Morgan County Partnership, as well as some special friends from Warm Springs Intermediate School reading on World Read Aloud Day. So check this out, boys and girls. And remember, you are unique, you are important, and you're wonderfully made. See y'all soon. Mwah.
Morgan County Scholars, we are going to do a super fun game. We are going to collect the positive words that we are going to see here in this book. And when you find a positive word, you have to write it down and put it in a jar. Did you see Itaka? She has like a little jar right here, and she's watching the video with the words, and she's going to put it in her positive jar. So you have to do the same. Let's get a positive jar and put all these positive words in your jar. Have fun!
Hi Morgan County Scholars, Mrs. Hot is here and I'm ready to make my positive action jar and fill it up this spring full of positive words. Ready? Let's get started. If you can find a jar laying around the house or a cup, that'll work too. That's all you need. Some crayons to color with and a piece of paper. Are you ready to make your possum jars? Let's do it. All right. Let's see. I'm going to use a crayon. I am a positive, and let's see. I only need a little bit of paper, so I'm going to take part of my paper, go in my jar, and I'm going to put positive words. So we're going to listen for positive words, and then we're going to add them to the jar. All right, positive words, and I think I'm going to add a positive action logo on mine too. I like to color. How are you guys? You guys been getting any coloring done? Look at that. All right, Mrs. Hot. For my jar, I'm going to put on Mrs. Hot's orange. Mrs. Hot's positive words. You guys see it? Mrs. Hot's positive words. And then I drew a picture of our positive action logo with thoughts, actions, and feelings. And I think this will be cool. I can put it on my jar or cup, and then I'm going to fill it up with the positive words that I hear on the stories. Like that. What does your picture look like? Are you ready to put it on your jar or cup? Here's mine. All right, grab a piece of tape. Put it right there like that. If you don't have tape at your house to tape it on the outside, you can put it in the inside like this. Isn't that cool? And it'll stay inside. Got it? Then after that, we're going to fill a word from each story that we hear on story time. Listen up and see you on the Daily Positive Action Community Podcast.
Giraffes can't dance. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked, and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now every year in Africa they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant to behold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool." "Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing around. He threw his arms out sideways, he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I'm dancing! Yes, I'm dancing! I am dancing!" Gerald cried. Then, one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen!" "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find the music we love."
Wow, that was a really good book. And you know what? I heard lots of positive words. Did you? Write them down on your paper and then add them to your jar. That's what I'm going to do now. I heard the word honest in that book. That's an important positive word. And another word that I heard was kindness. Mrs. Hot loves the word kindness. Kindness can change the world. I'm going to put it in my jar. Pretty cool, right? Wow, look at my jar. I'm putting some positive words in it. So boys and girls, when you hear a positive word at story time, jot it down and put it in your positive jar, okay? And then if you ever have a day when you might be feeling a little sad, or maybe you're worried or anxious, sometimes I do, go to your jar, reach inside, and pull out a positive word, honest. And honest, boys and girls, it'll help your social and emotional wellness, and you'll feel better too. Stay safe and stay home. Love you, bye. Hey, boys and girls, and remember this, especially now more than ever.
You are unique, you are important, and you are wonderfully made.